Hello guys, welcome to my new video on YouTube. This video it's all about our departure from Casablanca MohammedV International Airport. As you can see, we are at stand Echo 9er and we have our aircraft pre-seated from the routes, our legs, and we are waiting for our final load sheet. Meanwhile, I would like to make you some pre-flight procedures, then our briefing for our departure, runway 35 right. So let's go heading up to our pre-flight procedures. So let's start with the instruments cross check. On my side as first officer, which is the pilot flying off today, and the captain, it's the pilot monitoring. We read the altitude 650, QNH 1010, pitch -1, speed 45, heading 120, speeds 45, pitch -1, and altitude 650, and the heading 120. Also for the standby instruments, QNH 1010, reading 660, and the compass 124 for the heading. So let's start our pre-flight checklist. Oxygen tested 100%. Nav and the instrument transfer switches are normal and auto. Window heats on. Precision mode selector auto. Flight instruments already checked. Parking brake is set. Engine start lever is cut off. Pre-flight checklist is completed. So now guys, let's take our departure briefing just right here. As we don't have any ATC available for now, so we will make we follow our standard departure SID. So we will depart from Casablanca MohammedV International Airport stand Echo 9er for runway 35 right, NICZO 1 Delta departure, and we will climb our standard flight level, which is 50. If you are ready guys for the briefing, so let's start up. Our departure briefing includes NOTAM DDM, which is dispatch deviation manual. So there is no technical problem affected our aircraft. Everything is okay. So as you will check just before our NOTAM for departure, so no NOTAM, no DDM affected our departure. We are on stand Echo 9er based on the chart 10-9er, effective 13 June, 7 June 24, airport elevation 656, Casablanca MohammedV International. After starting our engines and fully configured for the taxi, we will taxi via right on Papa, then left on Tango, all the way to Sierra 135 right. So this is for our airport. So let's head up for the departure or our SID. So our SID for today, it's NICZO 1 Delta based on chart 10-3 Delta, effective 12 September on 6 September 19. Airport elevation always 656 with transition altitude in Casablanca, which is 4000. NICSO 1 Delta, we have a speed restriction of max 250 knots below flight level 100. Let's see our routing from NICSO 1 Delta 35 right. We climb on runway track to 2000, then we turn left to intercept heading 250. Just for information, we have a speed restriction for our departure turn, which is maximum 230 knots, which means we have to not exceed this speed when we will when we will start our turn or left turn to intercept heading 250 to Budni. There is some options or our nav aids that will help us to reach that turn in correct path. One of them, which it is the NDB, which is located just right here at above our point, just below our point of left turn, which is November Uniform Alpha. The frequency it's 255.0, which is already set on the frequency, on the ADF frequency, and it's captured here on our navigation display. So let's continue our routine. So we'll intercept heading 250 degrees bearing from NOAA November Uniform Alpha to Budni. Then we intercept heading 221 degrees bearing from Sierra Alpha Kilo, which is another NDB located just right here with a beam 041 degrees here on Budni. Then we continue to 30 Demi from Charlie Bravo Alpha VOR, which is right here. Then we intercept heading 185 degrees bearing to Charlie Sierra Delta, which is Daurat NDB, 203 degrees bearing to NICSO. Then we follow our planned route. So guys, this is our departure for today. So let's talk about the configuration meanwhile we are departing. So we will take off with flaps 1 with the thrust reduction and speeds to be set on our FMC. So we will wait our final load sheet to load it up, then we can go up to set our speeds, our V speeds here on the takeoff reference page. So let's continue our briefing. Any warning or failure before 80 knots, I reject takeoff, and above 80 knots and before V1, any fire or fire warning, engine failure, predictive wind shear warning, airplane is unsafe or unable to fly, I reject takeoff. At or above V1, we continue our takeoff and we make one engine flight path, which is to climb straight ahead, and we contact ATC or as captain disruption. Otherwise it will be a noise abatement, standard noise abatement, which is NIDP 1 takeoff, NICSO 1 Delta departure set and checked on the route page, which is right here, and we climb initially flight level 50. Just for information, I would like to set the barrow at 1500 based on our airport elevation, in case we have to return back visually. So I can descend up to 1500 to make a short final visually to runway 35 left, which I will set ILS frequency, which is 110.7. I think I went so fast, so 1500. So I will set here 110.7 on standby frequency. Here on the active frequency based on Sierra Lima Kilo VWAR, which is 112.50, as you can see here on the chart, which is right here. We have an MSA of 3300, which is set on the MCP as first altitude, climb altitude based on Sierra Lima Kilo VWAR, which is just right here, and you can see our MSA of 3300, so we have to respect that altitude. But here in Casablanca, as we depart usually from here, so I can set up flight level 50, that we can make it by ourselves. So guys, this is our briefing for today on our departure from Casablanca. So let's continue our before start procedures and to fill up our FMC with the new final load sheet. Hello again guys, so let's start with the before start procedures, then we can start with the before start checklist. But before that, as you can see here, we got our final load sheet. Our speeds are set and checked on takeoff reference page. Legs executed with the captain, so we cross-checked that with my captain of today. Everything's went well, everything is good, so let's start with the before start procedures. Flight deck door, class day locked. Fuel it's about 5 tons point 2, set and required and set. Passenger signs on, windows locked. MCP V2 144, heading 345, initially 50. Takeoff speeds V1 138, VR 139er, V2 144. Radar and aileron trim 3 and 0. Taxi and takeoff briefing completed. Down to anti-collision lights. Oh, we are good. Doors are closed. So let's start up our before start procedures. So let's check up the exterior views to check that we are good for the engine start. Everything, it seems good. So let's start up our engines and let's commence with the engine number 2 in sequence. So box off, starting engine number 2. AGT is rising the exhaust gas temperature with the oil pressure also. Oil temperature it's increasing. We have a good rotation of the N2, and we are coming up with the start valve closed. Good. Engine start for the engine number 2. So let's start up with engine number 1. And after startup procedures, let's come up with the IPU off. Plus 1 and flight controls to be checked. Full down, neutral. Full up, neutral. Full left, neutral. Full right, neutral. Radar. Full left, neutral. Full right, neutral. Generators on. Probe heat on. Anti-ice off. Isolation valve auto. Engine start switch is continuous. Auto brake air to right here. Recoil is checked. Engine start levers idle detent. Flight controls checked. Ground equipment clear left. Then we are cleared right. So guys, as you notice that as briefed, working box released, and here we go. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is your pilot speaking, and joining me on the flight deck, Captain Mr. Ayman Sadouni. On behalf of Royal Air Morocco and my excellent interior cabin crew, I would like to welcome you on board this aircraft, type Boeing 737-800. Our flight to Agadir Messiah International Airport. Our expected flight time today, it's gonna be around 33 minutes. We should be cruising at flight level 290. Generally, ladies and gentlemen, we are expecting good weather, but for your safety, please sure that you have your fasten seatbelt all the time, even if it has been switched off. Just prior our descent, I will update you about the latest weather conditions and our time arrival into Agadir. Me and the captain of today and the entire cabin crew looking for your safety and your comfort. We hope you will enjoy our flight service with us today, and thank you for choosing Royal Airmark. Flaps 1, green light. Stabilizer trim 4.07 units set and checked. Before takeoff checklist completed. Takeoff configuration, please. Takeoff configuration. Before takeoff procedures on, and we are fully ready. Stabilized. Toga set. Toga set. And one toga green. Throttle hold.
V1.
Rotate. Different gear up and now enough speed. Command B, command green. Now Village standard. Reading 4 at my top. Flaps up. Acceleration altitude, speed 230 magenta. After takeoff, checklist. Engine bleeds. On. Box. Oro. Landing gear. Up and off. Flaps. Up. No lights. After takeoff, checklist is completed. cabin crew, flight configuration, please.